everyone. This is Miss Snook, your science teacher. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about one of the things that you may have noticed in the updated syllabus, and that is this right here, where it says that 60% of your grade is based on other assignments, which include quizzes, tests, and alternate projects. Several of you have contacted me about doing an alternative project, so I think the idea is catching on. So now that we're a little bit into the semester, we're already into Unit 2, I'd like to talk to you about this. Alternate projects may be substituted for quizzes and tests. They may not be substituted for labs. Please discuss this option with me if you are interested. Now, before you give me a call, I want you to take a look up in Doc Sharing. In Doc Sharing, you may notice that there are these two documents. One is called the BG Matrix Blank, and the other one is called the BGES Matrix. You can open these on your computer, and what you will see is one of these is filled out, and one of them is blank. The one that is filled out is to give you ideas, and you will not be necessarily picking anything off of the one that is filled out because what you pick may not fit in with the particular quiz or test that you are trying to do an alternate assignment for. However, let me explain to you how this works so that when you are deciding to do an alternate project, which is totally optional, it's up to you, you'll know how to read this matrix and better understand what your options are. Very briefly, I just want to tell you that some of this has to do with educational psychology. So I don't mean to bore you, but it is actually kind of fun and interesting to learn about how you learn. On the top row, going across, you will see Gardner's multiple intelligences. Gardner was a guy who said, you know, we don't all learn the same way. Some of us learn by words. Some of us like looking at things. Some of us like solving problems or being out in nature, singing songs or listening to music, or actually handling things or doing things or building things. Some of us are kind of keeping to ourselves, and some of us like to be out in the world talking to other people. So, every one of us has at least one of these types of intelligences for how we learn. You may be a combination of more than one of these. What you do when you're thinking about an alternative assignment to turn into me to substitute for a quiz or test is you need to think about what it is that you just learned in the unit. And think about how best you learn, because how best you learn usually can be shown to me in how you demonstrate your learning. So if you like words, you might be able to tell me about plate tectonics through a poem, for example, or a drawing, or a diagram, or an investigation that you find online, or you write a song about it, or you do a dance about plate tectonics, or you write a journal about your discovery of plate tectonics and how the discovery has changed over time, or you come up with a set of interview questions for some fake scientists. Then what you have to do is think about how in depth are you going to get with your project, and that's where Mr. Bloom comes in. Mr. Bloom came up with different levels of understanding, starting with the very basic at the bottom of this chart, which is knowledge. Next, comprehension. Next, application. Next, analysis. Next, synthesis. And then the highest order of thinking is evaluation. When you take a test, normally you are supposed to be in the top 3 categories of Mr. Bloom's idea of showing knowledge. And that is because these are the highest ways of thinking. And when you're taking a test, you're supposed to be showing that you know everything, right? At the bottom, where knowledge and comprehension and application come in, that has to do with what you're doing on a daily basis going through your lessons. Are you remembering? Can you explain something? Can you demonstrate something? And so when you're looking at this chart and thinking, you know what, I don't feel like taking the 2.03 quiz, for example, what you would do is look at lessons 2.01, 2.02, and 2.03 and say to yourself, okay, what were the objectives of these lessons? What was I supposed to know? And look at the unit objectives and look at your lesson objectives at the beginning of each of those lessons. Think about how you would best demonstrate your learning to me, and think about the level of demonstration you would like to show me. When you've come up with an idea, that's when you get in touch with me and we can talk about it very briefly, and I'll give you the okay. Now, if it's something written, that's easy. You can send it in a K-mail. If it's something that you have to make or draw or create or build, that requires some creativity as far as getting it to me. You can make a video, you can take a picture, you could send it to me in the mail. If it's something like singing a song or doing music or doing something musical, you can make a YouTube video, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it to get it to me. And we'll discuss that when you contact me. So please keep in mind that these options are available for you if you are interested in doing an alternate assignment instead of a quiz or test. It is an opportunity for you to say, you know what, I don't feel like taking a multiple choice question test. I'd rather show Miss Snook that I know this stuff in a more creative, more me style of showing her. If you have any questions about alternate assignments, please let me know. Thank you.